In the monumental case Carroll versus United States, the Supreme Court found that a warrantless search of an automobile was still reasonable as long as the officers had probable cause to search that vehicle. Since 1925, the Supreme Court began to develop this doctrine, called Carroll Doctrine. Some people call it the automobile exception. Over the last several weeks, I went over a number of cases that dealt with automobile exception. And of course, we can't leave this topic without discussing California versus Acevedo. This 1991 Supreme Court case is California versus Acevedo, where a federal agent intercepts a package which contains marijuana. The package was supposed to be delivered to Santa Ana, California. Instead, the federal agent sends the package to another officer in Santa Ana. They then wait for whoever is going to come into the post office to pick it up. And that's exactly what happens here. Mr. Jamie Daza arrives to the post office and picks up the package. The officers then observe him driving to his own apartment. He walks into his apartment with the package in hand. And then several minutes later, he walks out and throws away just the packaging to the trash bin, and then returns to his apartment. About an hour later, Mr. Charles Acevedo arrives to Mr. Daza's apartment. He spends only about 10 minutes there. He then walks out of the apartment with a bag in his hand. Even though it was a different package, it roughly resembled the size of the one that was sent by mail, which contained marijuana. The officers observed Mr. Acevedo take the package and place it in the trunk of his silver Honda. Mr. Acevedo then drives away. The officers, fearing that this evidence will be lost, decide to pull him over, search the trunk, search the bag, and find marijuana inside. But they do all of that without a warrant. So the question becomes, was that reasonable under the Fourth Amendment?
This is the brain activity of a normal 14-year-old. This is the brain activity of a 14-year-old after smoking marijuana. If you use pot, you're not using your brain.
I know what many of you are thinking now. Come on, this is just marijuana. It's legal in a lot of states. But you're really missing the point of this video. By the way, Mr. Acevedo was not charged with a simple possession of marijuana. He was charged with possession for sale, probably based on the quantity of narcotics that were actually found. But even if it was just a simple possession, the question here is not the type of drug or the crime itself. We're talking about a bigger question. Can police search a container inside a vehicle without a warrant simply because they have probable cause to believe that that container has incriminating evidence? And is that still legal under the Fourth Amendment? That's the real question here. Since 1925, the Supreme Court found themselves distinguishing between two scenarios. One where the officers have probable cause to search the vehicle, and another where the officers have probable cause to search a container which coincidentally is found inside a vehicle.
Absolutely perfect.
You can see the two differences, but the court in Acevedo decided to finally give us a one rule that governs it all. And it's not a good rule.
The California Court of Appeal held that the marijuana should have been suppressed
It found the officers had probable cause to believe that the bag contained drugs, but lacked probable cause to suspect that the car itself otherwise contained contraband, and it concluded that the paper bag could not be opened without a warrant. In an opinion filed today, we reverse that judgment. In a search extending only to a container within an automobile, the police may search the container without a warrant where they have probable cause to believe that it holds contraband.
The officers are able to search a vehicle and any containers found within without a warrant as long as they have probable cause to believe that those containers or the vehicle has contraband or other evidence of a crime. If you enjoyed this video, please click like, subscribe, hit that bell notification button so next time I post, you'll be first to know. I really appreciate you taking the time and watching this video. Of course, I do this for you as criminal justice affects all of us. Please share this channel with your friends, and thanks for watching.
Hi, I'm Joan London. And later in the week, Oprah Winfrey joins us on Good Morning America.